Hello and welcome. Today we will explore the world of Benadryl, another crazy deliriant. Benadryl is a brand name for the drug diphenhydramine, which is an over-the-counter (OTC) medication primarily used as an antihistamine. It is often used to treat a variety of conditions, including allergies, cold symptoms, and insomnia. Below is a breakdown of its uses, mechanism of action, side effects, and more. What is Benadryl? Benadryl is a first-generation antihistamine. It is commonly used for its effects in reducing symptoms caused by the body's release of histamine during an allergic reaction. Histamine is a substance produced by the immune system in response to allergens, such as pollen, dust, or pet dander, and it causes symptoms like itching, swelling, and congestion. Mechanism of action: Benadryl works by blocking the action of histamine at histamine receptors, H1 receptors, in the body. Specifically, diphenhydramine competes with histamine for binding to these receptors, preventing histamine from exerting its effects. Uses: allergy relief. Benadryl is commonly used for relieving symptoms of allergic reactions such as sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, runny nose, itching, e.g., from hives or insect bites, motion sickness. It is effective in preventing and treating nausea, vomiting, and dizziness due to motion sickness. Cold symptoms. While not directly treating a cold, it can relieve symptoms such as a runny nose or sneezing. Sleep aid. Due to its sedative properties, Benadryl can be used short-term to help people with insomnia or difficulty falling asleep. Cough suppressant. Sometimes, it is used to relieve a dry cough, though other treatments are generally recommended. For side effects, common side effects: drowsiness, dry mouth, nose, or throat, dizziness, constipation, blurred vision. Serious side effects: rare but possible, difficulty urinating or inability to urinate, confusion, especially in elderly individuals, respiratory issues, heart palpitations. Overdose. Taking too much diphenhydramine can lead to serious complications, including extreme drowsiness, confusion, hallucinations, seizures, and even death, particularly in young children. 5. Precautions. Alcohol. Avoid drinking alcohol while taking Benadryl, as it can amplify sedative effects, leading to dangerous drowsiness, dizziness, and impaired judgment. Dosage. Adults. The typical adult dose for allergy symptoms is 25 to 50 milligrams every 4 to 6 hours. For sleep aid, 50 milligrams is often used before bedtime. Children. The dosage varies based on age and weight, and it's important to follow the specific dosing guidelines on the packaging or as prescribed by a healthcare provider. Over-the-counter versus prescription. Benadryl is available in many forms, including tablets, liquid, and topical creams. It's generally available over the counter, but in some cases, a prescription may be required for higher doses or specific medical conditions. Me and 3 other friends turned on the movie, The Strangers. At this point, one of my friends did the 300-300 combo, 300 DXM, 300 DPH, while the 2 others only smoked cannabis/drank alcohol. Towards the end of the movie, I was beginning to feel a big body load and drowsiness. After the movie was over, we decided to put something pleasant on. Our choice was Family Guy. By this time, this is when things began to get really weird. Note: I can't remember when each thing happened. I blacked out a few times over the course of the night. I began audibly hallucinating once we began watching Family Guy. Personally, I love audible hallucinations, so I was feeling pretty good. I also began seeing shadows moving along the walls, much like I saw on my first trip. 300 milligrams DPH. Probably about 30 minutes later, I looked over to my left and began talking to my friend Alec, who was on his laptop. I had a short conversation with him, one in which I don't even remember what we were talking about. I looked away, then back, and noticed that there was no one there. I had a full-on hallucination of a person, for the first time. Shortly after this, I remember seeing a tall figure. He had to be at least 6 foot 7 inch tall. His head nearly hit the ceiling of my friend's basement. Needless to say, I was scared. I kept looking at him. Then I noticed he just stopped in front of me and just stared down back at me. I swiped at him and he disappeared. Prior to seeing anyone, I remember distinctly hearing footsteps all throughout the basement. At one point, I was talking to my friend Alex, the one who did 300/300, and I saw two figures behind him. One was some random person I've never seen before, and the other was a replica of my friend Alex. Definitely weird. I found myself talking to what I thought were my friends, only to realize that my friends were sleeping. Thank you for exploring the world of Benadryl with me. Benadryl users also share stories on seeing insects and the entity called Hat Man. If you are interested in hearing about it, I would highly recommend trip report channels like Vivek and Tales from the Trip.